Man, when I used to work at NASA, we had this thing called the clean room. And in the clean room, we simulated zero gravity. I was at Goddard Space Flight Center there in Greenbelt, Maryland. And it's kind of a crazy scenario. What is also wild is that, fun fact, I currently live in Huntsville, Alabama, where Marshall Space Flight Center is. And they also have something similar. But I always found I also always loved the concept of an echo chamber as well. So you had the clean room. You also had this echo chamber where you could yell at one side and literally hear it bounce around and come back to you. You could also, in some of these sound improved or sound optimized rooms, you could whisper on one side and somebody clear across on another side could hear. It's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And while that is a fun experience by itself, kind of in isolation, it is a odd experience when it comes on to creating content or being successful when it comes, to achieving your goals. Um, I have this pilot program that I've been talking about all week, where we have this A-list group that's the flyer for it right there. And I remember when I was getting ready to do this pilot program, I had a couple people signed up, two or so people signed up, and it was good. I was glad that they were there. I was glad that they were signed up, and I was ready to move on it. And then my coach says to me, he just kind of looked at the plan, he looked at the strategy, looked at what I had in designed for this pilot program, and he was like, "Look, you're good with the two people that you have, but man, I wonder." Would you benefit from having more people see it and experience it and be part of this pilot program, because they're going to really help you to shape what this thing ends up looking like. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I could do that. But I put it out there. I put videos out there. I put content out there. I put a call out there, did something in the mailing list, and I only had two people sign up. So I was just kind of like, well, not certain that there are any more people that even want to be part of it. And so he asked me this question. He said, um, are there people who you could directly talk to, that you could directly speak to, whether by phone or by text, or jumping on a Zoom call or whatever, that you could contact today? I was like, yeah, absolutely. He's like, okay, now make a list of the people that you could directly contact, who, if they heard about this program, they would be upset that they didn't have an opportunity to get involved. Like, make that list. This is the list of the people who, if they hear about this program afterwards, they're going to be like, man, Kirk, I really wish you had told me about that, because that's exactly what I'm looking for. And I'm like, okay, because I had built the program based on some pretty in-depth and significant conversations with people within my sphere. And so I called several of them, and to my shock, I ended up with 12 people in the program. I went from 2 to 12. I added 10 more people just by going through that practice of writing down these names on a list, calling them directly and saying, hey, I've got something I want to chat with you about. It's literally built with somebody like you in mind, but if it's not a good time, that's okay. Do you have a few minutes to chat? To a person, they all said yes. To a person, they were excited about the opportunity and couldn't thank me enough for giving them this open door. I even opened it up to my community group, which is the How It All Works community as well. Let them know what it was, and one person from the community did sign up, and so you'll see her on the flyer there as well. But it was amazing to see, from the different angles, all these people who were like, man, I really want to get into this program. And I share this story because, had it not been for the information and the insight from that coach to say, you may want to look at it from this angle, I would have been stuck in the echo chamber of my own thoughts, my own reactions, my own concepts and designs. There is a danger to the echo chamber. I love the echo chamber and I love the zero gravity room, but there is a danger when the only voice that you're hearing is your own. There is a danger of creating content in a vacuum. There's a danger of designing in a vacuum. There's a danger to strategizing and putting forth a plan in a vacuum, because that could adversely affect what you end up with. There's a danger to it. You need, listen, you need a circle. I can't stress this enough. Yeah, creating content in a vacuum, designing your business in a vacuum where the only feedback you have is the silence of your own mind. That's not the way, y'all. You've got to have a circle of high impact professionals who look at your work before you bring it to public and tell you the truth. They tell you the truth. And that helps you to shift the value from public validation to private refinement. Come on. Florence says, say that again in the back. Say that again for the people in the back. There is a danger with not having a circle, because when you are looking for public validation, so when you plan in private and you're stuck in that echo chamber and you are bringing things to market, you're looking for public validation for the strategies that you have put together. But you are not mindful of the fact that others who have gone before you could help you to refine your strategy privately before you ever bring it to the public. Now, I'm a fan of building in public, but I'm not a fan of building in public without the insight and perspective and wisdom of those who have gone before me. That coach saved me valuable time, valuable resources, and allowed me to put together something that I believe is bulletproof. I literally believe that that whole thing is now bulletproof. The people that I have in the program now are people that I can showcase, I can highlight. If I had just done it my way, I would still have finished the program, but I ended up with far less results. And this is what I mean when I talk about private refinement and public validation. This is what I mean when I talk about that, because even though public validation is still going to come after you've refined it privately, you're stacking on top of what you were able to refine. So now I'm coming to the end of the program. Now I'm sharing the graduation details with you. Now I'm able to give you 8 people. We started with 12, we ended with 8. It is what it is. There's always going to be some attrition. 8 people have now gone through the program, provided me with feedback. This is 8 people on top of those who I've worked with individually, privately, who help me to understand that a program should actually exist. When we make that shift, we start to recognize the value of putting ourselves in some of these places and spaces. I get the opportunity, the awesome opportunity of being able to meet with a mastermind group every week. And that mastermind group, we talk about, man, everything. and we come up with ideas and suggestions, and we validate strategies and plans. Sometimes we tell folks, man, you need to throw that out. In the mastermind group a couple of weeks ago, one of my good friends said to me, bro, I don't want to hear jokes from you. I don't want playful content from you. When I come to a Kirk live stream, I'm expecting you to preach. I'm expecting you to share. I'm expecting you to drop knowledge. I may laugh a little bit here or there while I'm being knocked upside my head, but that's what I come to know from your brand. And that insight and perspective, that knowledge, that reframe, that that not so subtle pushback on what it was I was going to do, I needed it, or else I would have gone forward with a plan and a strategy that did not have social proof baked in. You want to move from public validation to private refinement. You can't read the label from inside the bottle. You can't see the ingredients of what your makeup is. You can't tell what the pieces and parts, the optimal environment, because you're not outside. You need a fresh set of eyes to take a look at your brand, to take a look at your content, to take a look at your strategy, to take a look at your business. And that is what we provide inside the community. We audit your strategy once a month. Everybody, anybody that wants to sit on the hot seat gets a chance to sit, and we go over everything. Their thumbnails, their titles and descriptions. You want to be successful. You want to build a brand. You want to establish a footprint that's going to go the distance. Inside the community is where you want to be. It's inside the community. Auditing your strategy so you know that it works before you even hit record. It's before you even hit record. So wild what happened there. Let's go back. All right, I see what happened there. I'm going to showcase, this is the page, kirkarnugent.com/inner circle. Build a content engine that runs on clarity and not caffeine. Just a couple of little things there. There's a video on the page that welcomes as well. And of course, you can hit that link. I'm going to just drop it in the chat for those that are watching live today. We have a masterclass that is coming up. We do. But we also have the masterclass every month. We had a masterclass earlier today on how to set up your school platform for those that use school. But what I'm saying is these are resources that are available inside the community. It's just what they are. I'm going live all week this week just to kind of showcase what I know has worked for me, and that is having a circle, having a space where I can get some of the feedback. And of course, I wanted to make sure you know about this graduation that's coming up next Tuesday. We're at less than a week now, so if you want to come, it's free to attend. Come and let's celebrate these guys, this group of individuals and professionals who have completely upended their digital world with me over the last 90 days. It's going to be at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, Central Standard Time, January 27th. What I'm calling the A-List Digital Footprint Founders Graduation. It's going to be phenomenal. Definitely want to make sure you're there. You're going to hear a lot. I see Florence's comment there as well. It's going to be some really good fun. I've gotten a chance to take a look at some of the testimonial videos as my team is completing them. So definitely want to make sure you guys get a chance to sink your teeth into that. But this is, in my opinion, how it all works, y'all. Like there's no, I was reading a book earlier this week called Leadership Gold by John Maxwell. And in the book, one of in this particular chapter, towards the end of the book, he says, self-made men don't make much. That thing hurt. Self-made men don't make much. Not from a monetary standpoint, just from a usability standpoint. It's just not possible to be self-made. I've talked about that in one of the previous days of this week, as we talked about the need for community. Yeah, Doc 5. John Maxwell definitely writes some really dope leadership books. And I've had the opportunity and privilege to actually sit and hear him in person as well. So absolutely amazing. But there's something to be said for making an investment in yourself. There's something to be said for pushing the envelope and doing what you know you need to do. There's something to be said for getting uncomfortable and actually seeking out spaces to be uncomfortable in. There's something to be said. Like there's, yeah, the project management professional certification is one of the hardest tests I've ever taken. And I know many people who have taken several other tests, and they all, to a person, say that PMP test is diabolical. I wouldn't want the test to be easier. I want it to be as hard as it is, because I get a sense of pride just from having passed the test in its current state, in its current form. What I'm trying to say is it's the uncomfortableness. It's the fact that it is going to be work and it's going to be hard. It's the fact that you're going to have to get out of your normal routine and rhythm. It's the fact that you're going to have to put in the effort and energy that it requires to be successful. All of those components come together to make it worth it. Because if it was easy, everybody would have it. If it was easy, it wouldn't actually be something you'd be working toward. And this is why I just feel like this is a space where we want to make sure as many as possible are able to sink their teeth in. Yeah. And get the information, the feedback, the community, the coaching that you need to collapse the amount of time it's going to take and to achieve your goals. I'm super excited about that as well. So many different things that we want to touch on today as well. All right, one and done for me as well, Florence. In time, there's no way I'm going to retake that bad boy. Let me see what we got here online. Canva AI tool says, good morning. Thank you so much for being with us. I truly appreciate you coming through and hanging out with us today. Always good. David Harvey says, what's up, chat? What's going on with you today? Always good to have you. Doc Vibe is in the building. Thank you, Dr. Vibe, for coming through today. And I know I've got several of you inside Zoom, so I'm going to ask you guys to come off mute in just a second and see if we can't get your audio into the broadcast. We also have, who else we got in here? Oh, of course, Real F Donald. Come on, Real Florence. Let's go. Always good to have you in. Hello, everybody. Greetings. I see Doc Vibe has come into both spaces. I love it. I love it. Reading these comments back is always priceless. I need a circle of folks. You got to have a circle. You got to have a circle. NorCal says, man, Kirk, you are on fire with your content recently. Oh, man, I appreciate that. I thank you so much for that, man. I really do. Listen, when I tell you it does not go without some work. It's definitely something that I have been working towards and working on. So we're excited about that as well. What else? Who else we have in here? Several people are in the Zoom room. Richard Thomas says PV versus PR. Come on. Yeah. Public validation versus private refinement. Come on. It's always good when people are quoting what we talked about in the session today. But I do want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to head on over to kirkarnugent.com/inner-circle. If that's something that you're interested in doing, we would love to have you in the community. 8 of you guys are on the live. Oh, the Educated Natural is on with us. What up, sis? Always good to have you. Says blessings, Kirk, and all. Listen, we're 18 minutes into the live today. We are ready to rock and roll. There's 8 of you guys on the live. I would highly recommend, okay, we're shifting gears into coaching corner right now. I'd highly recommend that you get your questions ready, get your questions ready immediately, because we will be looking to answer those questions as best we can. So definitely get your questions ready, and we're gonna dive right in. First question, of course, is coming from the members, right? The inner circle, if you will. So Doc Vibe, come off mute and let's hear it, man. What do you got for me today?
Hey, what is up, family? You good?
Yeah, I'm doing well, man.
All right. Good stuff. Well, always in family is good also.
Man, they are doing well. I tell you what, it has been a interesting week, and they're calling for some wild weather as we close out.
We're getting in here in Toronto, brother. We got snow happening.
Oh, is that so? Okay, so we're supposed to be getting ice and snow Yeah, Tracy, I see you. No worries. And if you have a question, Tracy, please, by all means, just go ahead and put it in the chat. We'll be able to respond. But yeah, we're supposed to be getting. They're iffy on how much snow. Some people are saying 10 inches. That would be record breaking for Huntsville. But everybody seems to be agreed that we are going to get some ice. So that is definitely interesting. And that will effectively close down Huntsville for a couple of days. So we're prepping for that. We're going to go do some shopping here in a little bit. But everybody's good. Yeah, kids are good. Family's doing well, man. Cannot complain. Thank you so much for asking. And again, for those that are catching this online, please, by all means, drop your questions in the chat. Just put a Q : in front of that question, and I will be able to catch up with you. All right, Doc Vibe, what you got?
Okay. I always you're a wonderful mentor for myself because you're just real. You share the highs and lows. And no, it's true. It's true. You're real. And people now are asking me to start a community.
Come on.
Now, there's a number. We'll take it in school deeper, but from your journey, what are the best practices and what are some of the hiccups you've had establishing your community?
Man, this is good. This is such a great segue. Now I'm just laughing at Florence because I don't think we planned the red today, but it is what it is. I'm a Bucks fan, so I just happen to be rocking some of the red today. But yeah, I'm glad that actually worked out. Anyway, so that's a great one, Florence. Thank you for that comment. But yeah, no, this is such a great segue from we're literally at 11 o'clock today, right? So the folks who are in the inner circle, we meet up once a week at 11 on Wednesdays. And today's masterclass was on school. We talked about the school platform, why I chose it, how to set it up, what are best practices when building a community, what can accelerate your growth, what can hurt you. We talked about all those things. And so I let me just recap it for you here. I think the couple of things to be mindful of is, similar to content, you want to be thinking through, who is this for? Who is this for? Yeah. And what do I want them to experience? What do I want their experience to be? I think a lot of times we launch out and we don't know exactly what we're going to do. And that stuff ends up biting us because you have to go back and redo. Now, there's no problem with tweaking and making changes and building in public. I am a firm believer in building in public, but if you can avoid some of the pitfalls, that is ideal, right? That is ideal. Right. So one of the things I'll say right now is you do have to pick a platform and you want to pay for it. So let me just pause right there.
All right. That's another question I'm going to ask you because
pay for it.
Even if so here's the question. What? I guess it's everyone's. If you allow me to interrupt. Sorry, because I interrupted.
Sure. Go for it.
By your permission. There's about 10 people that want to get involved. I guess I have to say I got to put the investment out, even if it's for 10 people.
Yeah.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I got you.
And I'll tell you what you do. Okay. Let me show you take a look at what it says right there. That's the founders graduation. Do you know what those founders enabled me to do? Those founders enabled me to pay for the platform.
So allow me to interrupt again. So should I charge them? Yeah. Well, I'm going from your example. So your model you had.
Here's what you do.
Okay.
I'm getting ready to start this platform. I'm getting ready to start this community. This community is going to cost me $100 a month. Okay. I'm just throwing out a ballpark number. You may choose Circle, you may choose Podio, you may choose Thinkific, Kartra, Kajabi, whatever. I don't know. There's a myriad of different platforms up there, but I'm just going to use this as a nice round number. Okay, this community is going to cost me $100 a month. What I need is 10 people who are willing to pay $10 a month to begin. The community membership will go up to $45 a month, $99 a month. But for these 10 people who are going to help me cover the cost of the platform, you will be founders and you will lock in your $10 a month forever.
for the journey. Yep.
Forever.
Okay.
And so what that ends up doing is, so if you have, you said 7, I think, I don't remember how many people you said.
7 to 10 people that have shown interest.
Okay,
right.
so 7 people have 7 to 10 people have shown interest. You have your founders right there, and you just tell them, look, I'm gonna do the work of building out the system, building out the platform, adding the content, creating the resources, but I want to offload this initial cost.
Investment
or initial investment, that's way better, by bringing a team together. And so that's absolute gold. I think that's so well done and so well said. So, but I want to go back and say one more time that you do need to select a platform and you need to pay for it. And I want to say something to the person that's watching who might be thinking to themselves, why would I need to pay for it? You need to pay for it because you don't want somebody to take it from you. And if you're not paying for it, you don't actually own anything. I worked with a guy who had, I want to say it was like 40-something thousand members in his Facebook group. I mean, this guy would go live in the Facebook group and have hundreds of people on the live with him. And without explanation and without a reason, Facebook closed his group down.
Yes, I've heard people
just close it down. And so now he's over on the school platform, which is what we use as well. That's where he's at now and he's growing his group back, significantly. Thankfully for him, he also prioritized his mailing list. So he wasn't left without a way to access those 40,000 people. He had them on his mailing list, so he was able to email them and say, hey, they closed down the group. I'm opening up over here. Introductory pricing. Here's what it's gonna be: $2 per person $2 per person per month forever for those who sign up in the next 2 weeks. People signed up. Now you're talking about a guy who has over 50,000 people on his mailing list. People signed up. He went from having a free Facebook group with 30-something thousand people in there to a paid community on the school platform.
Cool.
People were paying $2 a month. Now you do the math, Doc Vibe. $2. I think in those 2 weeks he had about 15,000 people sign up. So $2 times 15.
30 grand
per month.
Jeez.
And now his membership costs $67 a month. And people are still signing up.
The value.
What my point is, you just don't lose the strategy of it all. Where does this fit into my ecosystem? How am I building so that I'm not reliant on one space? And where possible, I want to pay for it, because when I pay for it, I can call customer service and yell at somebody. I can pick up the phone and say, this isn't working, fix it. You can't call Facebook and say, hey, what happened to my group? You can't even get a person on the phone. All right. So first thing you want to do is pick a platform and pay for it. Second thing you want to do, as I mentioned before, be laser focused on what transformation your community provides and build towards that. Ensure that there is at least some building blocks that is going to help people along that journey in the community as you get started. I'm not talking about creating like 5 or 10 courses. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying begin the building blocks so that people can kind of see, even if you just set up your categories in terms of what the conversations are and where people can ask questions. If you set up your appointments, right, your calendar, you have different meetups for different purposes. As long as people can see that the building blocks are here for me to be able to experience transformation in this particular way, that's going to go a long way. So yeah, pick a platform and pay for it. Be laser focused on how it fits into your whole ecosystem, but then also, ensure that you have the building blocks already there of what your community's transformation is going to be. And I think that's pretty much it. I wouldn't really go too deep. I think the rest, you want to kind of continue along as you go. Your community start. I like what Florence says here. So let me
Florence dropping serious.
Come on. Your community starts with one person. You. No one can join until you open the doors. Come on, Florence. We're going to pass the plate here in a second because the right Reverend Florence
do I have
is
permission
doing
to ask you
something.
another question on that?
No, go for it, man. Listen,
Okay, all right.
I'm looking at 11 people on the live with us right now, and nobody. The chat is pretty quiet, so take your time.
I bring questions. If I get the opportunity, I ask.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of times people may have that question and they haven't asked it. We talked about it on one of your earlier
absolutely
lives, right?
So let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
These people who have shown interest, they're regulars. Would it be a good move for me to sort of reach out to them and say, what are you looking for?
Absolutely.
Okay. That's what I want to know.
That's a cheat code.
Okay.
So I would set up a discovery call with each of them.
Yep.
And
ask what they're looking for.
and make it official. Say, hey, make a formal request. Drop them an email. Go business with it. Like, yeah, man. I'd like just 20 minutes of your time. I want to kind of chat with you a little bit. I'm actually taking seriously this whole thing of creating this community. But I just wanted to kind of chat with you a little bit to hear from your perspective. What do you hope to achieve? What do you want this community to really be about? What would be the number one thing you'd want to achieve? Or better yet, what is the number one pain point? Right? Using that terminology, like what's the pain point you'd want this to, yeah. Oh, that's good. All right. Somebody said loop back on Dr. Vibe. What's that? Talk to me.
That's really beautiful. No, that's really good. Because
Okay, hold on.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah. I see what the problem was. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
No, just because you and your product manager and I in the past in the organizations, too many times organizations put things out there without testing it, getting that feedback, and I with a lot of entrepreneurs I say and I love what you shared today, have that inner circle.
You got to, man,
because a lot of things they see we may not see.
Yeah. Listen, I want to make sure, I know that there's a little bit of a delay. So I want to make sure that, because there was an echo. I know that there was an echo when Dr. Vibe was speaking, but that was on my side. I have muted it in Ecamm. Let me know when he speaks again if you still hear echo. So go ahead and talk, Doc Vibe.
Yeah, no, I just really love what you said. And I share that with a lot of entrepreneurs. Have that focus group or inner circle that you can bounce things off of.
Right.
Because a lot of times those people know what's going on. We only have one single lens, or just us. They have different lenses. They communicate with different people. They're in spaces that a lot of times we're not in.
Listen, how you are reframing this and how you're sharing this is rock solid gold. I think that's the challenge for many people, is that we want to go it alone. Okay, David says it's good now. We want to go David. It alone. And listen, there's something noble about being able to go it alone. There is. I mean, I think you. but the African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go far, however, you go together. And here's the challenge with going fast and going where are you going fast?
Whoa,
what is the destination?
That was good.
What is the destination? Where are we trying to bring people to? Or like, we had this conversation earlier today. I was on something for my church, and we were talking about this concept of service. And the conversation heavily leaned on, community service type things, where, feeding the sick, homeless shelters, soup kitchens, resource programs, boys and girls clubs, stuff like that. And I quickly said to them, like, nah, it's all service. Everything I do is service. Even when I get paid for my consult session, it's service. When I'm live right now, it's service. I'm talking to Dr. Vibe, it's service. It's all service. And so my point is, when we're talking about going it alone and going fast, but who are you serving? Amazon ceases to exist if they're not serving anyone. Every business exists to serve and to meet a need. So what are we even trying to do or talk about or even achieve if we're not laser focused on who am I serving? Who's right there? Who do I put in the middle? And that's why I'm saying I think that's the ultimate cheat code in terms of making sure you are your community or your content is actually meeting the need for which you designed it, is by ensuring that you know who you're serving.
It's interesting you share that, Kirk, because when I get into collaboration, I always say to the other party or parties, I want to make sure that, yes, I win, they win, but also the audience wins.
Yeah, come on.
The trifecta. So many times I know people that I want to get this. This is what I want. This is what I get out. And then the next level is, what's the other party get out of it, or parties? But then for me, the real goal is, how else does the audience win?
Yeah, how else? And these are questions that are also good when it comes on to content. These are questions that are also good when it comes on to entrepreneurship and business. Yeah, man, because at the end of the day, if I alone win, I don't actually feel good about that. So I did a challenge with Graham Cochran. I don't know if you know who that is, but Graham's good people. Anyway, so Graham says to us, he has priced his services based on a 10x model, meaning what you pay him, he intends to serve you 10x the value that you paid. And over the 5 days of the challenge that I was there, and I paid for the VIP, I paid, I think, $300 for VIPs, which means I got an hour of Q&A and an hour of instruction every day for the 5 days of the challenge. And he even threw in a bonus day on day 6, which is crazy to me. But I would say even he's probably grossly underselling it. It wasn't 10x. It was easily 50x. The game that he shared, the value that he provided, the questions that he answered, the context that he gave us, the mindset shifts, and then the resources, the PDF downloads and the swipe files, the scripts. Like, it's crazy how much he gave. And this is what I'm saying. When you serve at that level, you especially premium, what it enables you to do. So, lady says, I stayed at the Ritz-Carlton in New York, and yeah, she paid an arm and a leg to stay there because it's the Ritz-Carlton. But she's like, man, they gave us a hot towel. They did like all these little super nice things that they did for her that she truly appreciated. They could afford to do them because she had to pay a premium price. And this is what I'm trying to say. When you think about the pricing of it, when you think about the investment of it, you also want to think of that part as well. Now, who is this going to be for? Who's going to be able to afford a premium version of Dr. Vibe? Maybe that's not, those at the founder level, those that, who are just saying, hey, I would love to join a community like this. Maybe it's not for them, but you got to be thinking about that higher tier, high ticket person, because high ticket people buy high ticket things. I'll give you another example. So the same challenge that I went to with Graham, there is a general admission, there is a VIP, and then there's a VIP plus. General admission, you come to the general session, 1 hour, and it's phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. Great. Then VIP, you were in the room to hear the Q&A and, of course, the general training, right? But you could not ask a question. Right. VIP plus, you were in the room for the Q&A, you got the training, and you got one question for the week.
Wow.
VIP plus. So when he was selling the challenge, this one lady's, put in the Zoom chat, hey, I just bought VIP plus. And he was like, oh, cool. Let's say her name is Susan. Hey, Susan, thank you so much for buying VIP plus. Come off mute real quick and just tell people why you bought VIP plus. And she was like, because I'm VIP plus. And he was like, oh. He's like, I'm not general.
Oh, wow. I'm not general. Why?
what? She's like, no. I bought VIP Plus because I'm VIP Plus. I was like, what? Graham shares this story, and I'll leave it here. I'll be done. But high ticket people buy high ticket things.
After that, you're done. You can be done. Like,
no, wow. I'd say, as he shared this story, he was talking about this guy in the UK, and he was he said to the guy, it's a whole different mindset, Florence. He said to this guy says, I'm gonna buy a Mac. He's like, hey, you probably need to get a Mac for this. And he's like, oh, okay, all right, let me go down and get a Mac at the Mac store. And so he was like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. But you could just buy, whatever whatever they have off the shelf. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. So he goes to the place and outfits he literally says to the worker, and the worker is dumbfounded, right? Because he's like, hey, what's the top Mac? And he's like, oh, this one right here. And he's like, that's the top one. It doesn't get any better than that one. He's like, well, you can upgrade the hard drive, you can upgrade the RAM, you can upgrade the screen. He's like, okay, do all those things. And the guy's looking at him like, no, I don't. What are you gonna do with it? He's like, I just want the top Mac. And the poor salesperson he just didn't get it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was not a reason for him to buy the top thing. He is just a high ticket buyer.
Yeah.
And so for him, it was just like, so is there anything else that could be added to it? And the guy's almost pulling his hair out. I was like, sir, you don't need all this. He's like, who cares about need? What are we talking about? If there's more to get, I want it. I'm just saying all this to say, you got to be able to have your stuff segmented for the different mindsets that exist. And as you look at your community, I mean, listen, you got to have the different tiers. I have a $9 tier, man, and that's fine. Yep. And then I have a $99 tier. Yep. And then there's the VIP tier, which I won't even mention the price, but I'm just saying there's different tiers for different people. And of course, there's a different experience that comes at the different tiers that are there. So think about the whole experience and think about the target. Okay. Think about the target. I had a client who shared with me this story. He's like, he created a course, and then this lady asked him to come and do a presentation based on the course. He's like, I'd love for you to come and do this presentation. In-person training. She's a corporate trainer. She schedules the stuff. So he goes there, he does the training. She's like, man, you're good, man. I really wish, you had a course like this that I could send my people through. He was like, I do. I actually have this what I did today. I actually have it exactly as a course. She was like, oh, perfect. Send me the link. Bam. Sends her the link. She emails him back and is like, my bottom rung for courses is $1,500. So your course would never have even shown up in my search. Wow. So he said, for you, I'll just increase it. He did, and he sold 60 seats. I just want to make it, tangible. I want people to understand, like, there are different mindsets.
Yep.
And you got to be thinking about that when you're starting to, create products that people can patronize. You got to be thinking about the fact that it's not like this triangle that you're trying to get people to ascend. You want to have an offer for all the different types of people that you serve. And so, yeah, there are going to be those. And listen, I'll be honest with you. I even those who are on YouTube who pay me nothing, I still serve them with the same energy and vigor as those who have paid over $10,000 to be in my flagship program. And it's because I serve the people who pay me nothing so well that the others are willing to pay at that level. But the people who pay at that level, it enables me to spoil them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I can fly them in. I can put them up. I can do a 2-day intensive seminar at a posh hotel and all this other good stuff because they've spoiled me. No, because they're paying at a level that allows me to spoil them. Does it make sense?
Yep.
It's still very much about serving, but some people want to be served at a different level. So it's oh man, oh my God, that's what you're charging now. Oh man. No, that's not it. No, it's for that clientele, I have that price. But for those who are on free 99, I'm still live on YouTube every other Wednesday. You see what I'm saying?
Got it.
Boom. So just making sure that that's clear, and I hope that that's useful and meaningful for the rest of you guys that are watching as well. Dr. Tachi's on the live with us, man. What's going on?
Great, excited Dr. Tachi.
Come on.
That's
always good.
That's good.
Always
That's
good. Man, listen, it looks like the coaching corner might be short today because
I got more questions.
Let me check the Zoom room real quick. Hey, Monty, come off mute, man. What's going on, brother? I haven't seen you in a little bit. What's going on, sir?
Yo, what's good?
Hey.
I'm over here. I switched it up over here today, over here at the other side of the studio. So
I said come on. I didn't say come and make me jealous. Man, what board am I looking at right now? What board is that, sir?
Oh, in order to show you, I got to switch. So
oh gosh. What? Okay. All right. What board is this now? What am I having? What am I gonna have to buy?
You don't have to. You don't have to buy anything. You can use your digital presence to attract brands that want to offer you. Anyway,
oh man, you just gave a whole lot of game away right there. All right. Hey, Doc Bashar is in the room. Come on, Doc. I didn't even see your. Okay, great. All right, we're gonna hear from Doc Bashar as well. But we're coming back to you as well. Doc Vibe. Don't worry, we're coming back to you. I know you got more questions. Go ahead, Monty.
Yeah, using the YOLO Box Extreme as the video switcher. So touch panel to switch between 8 different cameras that we have going on today.
Nice.
So a little behind the scenes.
Nice.
The other desk, and all that good stuff there. Got the PTZ. So all those camera angles I just showed you are PTZ cameras. So in front of me, directly in front of me, I have my PTZ controller, so I can pan, tilt, and zoom any of these cameras as they need to be showing. So I actually got my little one here in the studio taking a little nap over there, so one of the cameras is actually pointed at her, so I can see when she decides to wake up from nap time. But
you're making it work, my friend. I love it.
Yeah, this is my definition of multitasking right here. So
I love it, man.
Yeah, that's what we got going on.
Cool. That is so cool. I love it, man. Listen, I like the lamp. I like the plant. I like all of it, bro. I like it. So the board is that a loop deck or what is that?
This right here?
No. I know that's the YOLO. I'm saying what your hand is on. Yeah.
Oh, this is the controller. This is the PTZ controller.
Oh, PTZ controller. My bad.
Yeah.
So you can actually move the stuff around.
Yeah,
this guy.
Zoom in right here. Yeah, so this is the controller. One of these days I'll actually dial in my preset, so we just do a call.
Just hit a button. Yeah.
Hit a call, and it'll go to the spot that you set the preset at. I'm always changing and moving and adjusting stuff around, so I got to make sure I'm back in the right location for it. But I love my PTZ cameras. I have an affinity towards them, especially for people that have, smaller teams, but larger productions. Allows you to do more with less. So a controller, that's my like hub, the operations, and then the cameras, position them where you want and be able to, really get some dynamic shots. And then the AI has infiltrated these cameras now too. So auto tracking.
You're so right.
I can easily turn these on for multiple cameras and just kind of walk back and forth here during the day and hit record and capture some content, go back and got some content that I haven't tried to create, but the cameras just follow me and they're pretty good at tracking. So
Listen, I love that, man. Dr. Tashi says, I love all the tech. And then she came back and said, oh, so you're using PTZ cameras. We like it. We like it.
Yeah,
I love
we're
it,
actually
man.
working on a video to compare PTZ cameras versus our mirrorless cameras, the pros, the cons, use cases, things like that. But yeah,
man.
Today is PTZ day.
So I love that. For that video, one of the questions that I would have, and I think, again, it's up to you, totally up to you if you include this in the video, but I want to say this to those who are watching. To me, this is another reason why you are in community, because you don't know all the questions that somebody might ask as you get ready to create the video. If you have more questions, you've bulletproofed your video. See what I'm saying? So, but one of the questions I would ask in terms of the difference between the two, right? The PTZ cameras and the, I guess, what's is it DSLR? Is it Mark? What type? What's the comparison?
I'm still working on the title because DSLR is a commonly used term still.
Not really
mirrorless is not something people that search for. So I'm still working on. So I got to make sure that thumbnail really hits, because the thumbnail is going to help in showing these two types of cameras. Because even on the opposite end, some people are still not really familiar with PTZ cameras. Like, what is a PTZ camera? So
pan tilt zoom, right?
Really trying to get that title and that thumbnail dialed in, because the talking about them is pretty easy for me because I use both of them quite regularly. It's who I want to see this actual video and who needs to benefit from the video, making sure that I tie those two together.
Yeah, because what would you consider the FX30? Like, what is that? Is that it's not a DSLR.
It's a mirrorless camera.
It is.
It's a photography camera. It's a video
cinema
camera.
Too.
It's a cinema camera. It's a podcast camera.
It is.
It's a live stream camera. So
you do that too.
It's a lot of types of cameras, right? So
rolled into one.
It's who needs it for that specific thing.
Yeah.
And if I really even want to mess around, it could be a PTZ camera too, because you can buy an adapter that goes right on these cameras.
That was my question. That was you hit the nail on the head. My question was going to be, I just kind of was playing around with some other, categories before asking it. But my question was going to be, is there a hybrid? Can you take a traditional camera and make it PTZ? And what might be some of the merits of that? So I'm just throwing it out there because I think that might be something interesting to include for those who are just kind of like, well, I want the PTZ functionality, but I really like the look of these DSLRs or these mirrorless cameras. So how do I merge the two? Yeah. I me, I'm always
part two.
Yeah, there you go, bruh. It's always good, man. Listen, chime in whenever you please, brother. Always good to have you, man. I'm so glad you hit the link today. Doc Bashara, what's going on with you, man? Haven't seen you in a week or so, but we got a chance to chat it up last time. I don't know if you got a chance to check out the community where we gave some responses back on the last live stream that we had, and gave some fairly robust feedback in there as well. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So Doc, what's going on with you?
Oh, everything. Well, it's interesting. I had one or two other conversations.
Hold on. I know there's two Docs now. There's two Docs.
Oh.
So let me get Doc Bashara. My bad, Dr. Vibe. I love this. Listen, you gotta love it, man. Let me get Bashara on you.
Doc you talking to?
I gotta be specific, I'm talking to the man
specificity.
From Brooklyn Zoo. No, let me just joking.
All right. Yeah. I know you.
Oh man, what's going on, sir?
Too. I'm Brooklyn, but I know you by way of Queens also.
Yes, sir. That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So thanks again, and thanks you for the response. I'm gonna go back and look in on some of that too. And thank you always.
Yeah.
Thank you for your input and everything you do in the community here. So for me, I've been looking a lot with the whole AI
Yeah.
and been delving in recently too on the Notebook LM, the Google Notebook
Yeah.
LM, and
Yeah.
all of these things just always just blow my mind. And the main thing, I have so many different ways that I'm able to use it to help to streamline my practice. Not even AI per se. I'll get back to that. But with content in terms of using audio or even video to, in my private practice, communicate privately with my
Yeah.
clients by,
Right.
like, say, with a treatment plan, creating literally like a
Ooh.
small, like a podcast for them to listen to
Almost,
based
but
off of.
private. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Or even a video.
Mm-hmm.
And then things with AI, using it to help me get back some of my time, especially like I say with the Notebook LM. I'm not sure how much folks are familiar with it in terms of like all of the different assets that it
Yeah.
creates, and looking to include all of that, and at the same time not trying to get like overwhelmed when
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
I'm
Listen,
doing.
this
Yeah.
AI world can be overwhelming. There is no doubt about that. But I couldn't agree with you more. Listen, Notebook LM is a phenomenal platform. It's based on Google, so Gemini is under the hood. But it has a very specific, use case for study, for note taking, for distilling information, so that you kind of get the synopsis of it. Brian Jones, who's also a member of the community, he and I were chatting about some different things that he's doing, really innovative stuff he's doing for his church and for others with Notebook LM. So definitely there's some resources just within the community that we can tap into. But I always hear the same sentiment of, man, I don't want this to be another, rabbit hole that I'm like way down deep on. It becomes, another time suck, because I really want it to help me. I want it to give me some time back, but I know that in order to do that, I'm going to have to set some things up and I'm going to have to make an investment. So investment in time to be able to have it help me down the road. So one of the things I would definitely play around with some of the functions and features that are just kind of readily accessible on the surface, but anything that requires a little more deeper dive, I would definitely recommend looking at some of the other AI platforms that are out there that's just going to kind of give you that thing. I think this is the temptation for many of us with AI is like, as I heard somebody say the other day, well, I can get, chapter markers and description and, a really good suggestion of a thumbnail straight out of ChatGPT or straight out of Claude or Gemini. So I don't necessarily need something like a Taja or something else that's going to give me those things. But then I'm like, okay, but the amount of time it's going to take you to do that, I think it defeats the benefit. You see, so whereas Taja, all I do is give it the link to my YouTube video, and it gives me back the title, 5 titles. It gives me 5 descriptions based on the title, and it gives me the chapter markers. And so what I'm saying is, I'm just using it as an example to say there may be something specific to what you're looking for that wouldn't require a bunch of bolt-ons. And so because, again, as these platforms are being built out, they are building them for convenience. I mean, you may actually find that somebody's already kind of distilled down something similar to what you're looking for. We just kind of have to go into that AI marketplace, essentially, and start to really dabble and see, has anybody come up with this? And what I'll also say, for the couple of platforms that I did some testing with, I provided them some fairly robust feedback where I was like, here's what I'm really looking for. I know I could build it myself, but you're close, but I'm missing these 2 or 3 components. And in one of those cases, they added those components. They were just like, oh yeah, no, that actually, those make sense for what we're doing. And then that ended up being a very well-rounded product for me. So I'm trying to give you a broad sense. I think the main focus for me is you have a day job, you have an area of expertise, you have clients that you're serving. These are things that you're this is infrastructure type things that you're building out, and we want to make sure that we don't create a whole nother job on top of what you're already doing, if that makes sense.
And with the notebook LM, I'm actually kind of loving it because I'm a researcher.
Awesome.
And so I put the research in, and it, spits out all sorts of mind maps and things.
Dope.
And, I'm always coming up with great ideas, genius ideas. I'm one of those just kind of always. And what I really realized
mind is going
this morning is the key thing for me, and probably for most folks, or a lot of folks, I'll just speak for myself, is really learning the marketing aspect of whatever it is, so that I know if I'm, say looking to use, I can, the assets and things from Notebook LM, and how it allows me to, say, within a community, create content and make it dynamic for the different ways and different styles of learning that people have. But then it is also, again, the marketing to get people in and to get myself out there, so that I'm actually able to serve and help as many people as possible, and kind of bring them into my folds.
Yeah. Serve at scale, man. Serve at scale. I love Florence's comment where she says we each get 1,440 minutes every day. We intentionally outsource to technology to maximize the use of those minutes. And I love that. And I think that's exactly what you're saying right now, is just leveraging it for, for it to be able to help you and do some of the things that, but I think that is exactly why Google created Notebook LM, for people with that same mindset as yours. So I think this is actually a really good platform that's designed specifically for somebody like you. So, researchers, people who want to dive deep on a particular thing, and then it kind of spits out that information in some very palatable mediums, like a podcast. I love that I can give it an article and it gives me back, 5-10 minute podcast that I can just listen to on
20 minutes,
1.5x, and then you can just boom, you've got the gist of it, and that's a content platform, a type of content that I consume fairly naturally. That stuff stays with me. The podcast stuff that I listen to when I'm going on a walk, I'm doing a couple miles, I have that thing in my ears, man. I've got Myron Golden on 1.5, and I'm having to stop every now and again to pull out the same phone and take some notes down. But it's just that kind of thing. You just kind of know that about yourself, and you're able to kind of get you across the line. So I love that, man. So yeah. Definitely post what you're doing with Notebook LM in the community. I would love to hear more, man, because I think we have others who could benefit from it. But I also know at least one or two who are using that particular platform, Tracy included. I know Tracy's with us. She's one of our UK members, so she's across the pond. But yeah, Tracy's with us as well. Boss It Live is with us on YouTube, and she's also overseas as well. So we got a couple of overseas folks. But yeah, Tracy has been using Notebook LM. She's one of the first people that kind of brought it to my attention some months ago. So yeah, but it is a really dope platform. It can do some wild things, and I just love, of course, that Google integration. I think it gives it a leg up for creators who want to be successful on the YouTube platform, because it's all the same mothership essentially. So some good things there, bro. Appreciate you. Anything specific you're working on right now? In terms of content?
Again, we spoke about it last time. It's launching, membership group.
Right.
I put it out to my email list. I didn't get a whole lot of folks open it. Like 3 people responded.
Right.
And I'm just thinking, just set it off on Zoom with those 3 folks.
Yeah. I don't know how early you came, but right. Yeah. I don't know how early you came, but we were talking with Doc Vibe about the exact same thing, and just kind of gave a bit of a strategy of how to launch it without having to, I think the thing that I didn't say, Doc Vibe, is I am recommending School as the platform, even though there is a lot of options that are out there. I recommend School very highly, because School is a very unique scenario where it is a community platform that also has communities. It's like Inception. It's like you have a platform that has hosts all these communities, and then they give you the ability to stand up a community inside that platform. So people are already coming to the platform with an eye towards, I want to join a community. That's why they come to the school platform, and they just might see yours. So some of the inroads are, coming from your mailing list, coming from your content, coming from your socials. But some of the inroads might just be because they're in the mall, if you will, and they're looking around at all the different stores, and they're like, oh, Dr. Vibe's got a community. That sounds like exactly what I need. And they may just join. So it's like having a brick and mortar off on its own street that people have to navigate to, or having a brick and mortar that's inside the mall where you just have people who are just perusing, going around, looking around and finding different things, and they see yours there as well. Which would you prefer? And so that's why I recommend it. And I think there is a lot of different ways to strategize. The hobby plan is $9 a month. I think that's a no-brainer. But I do like the pro plan, which is $99 a month. And I'm at currently my monthly recurring revenue not more than takes care of that amount. So it's a wash at that point. And then you can begin to provide other services, master classes, different other things that could be value adds or an additional fee, just depending on what you want to do with it. They've done some differences between really pro and between hobby. Yeah. So but one of the main differences is just some of the reporting that you get access to. That's definitely one. Let me just pull up the page real quick here. I have it on. Here we go.
Got it on speed dial there. I know that. Kirk, can I interrupt? I have a question.
Yeah, jump in.
School. I heard you talk about school a lot. Can you run more than one community on the school platform?
I have more than one, but you pay for every community you have.
Yeah. Okay.
So I pay, one of my communities is $9 a month. The other community is $99.
Okay.
But yeah, I have multiple communities on there.
Okay. Just wanted to know that because I'm thinking, my mind is already thinking of maybe running at least 2 different communities on school.
Yeah. This is the 2 plans, right? So you have the hobby plan and you have the pro plan. And so you kind of see all these different X's that you don't get with the pro plan. And I'll be honest with you, these are not big. These are not really big things. But what is big to me is this transaction fee.
Okay. Yep.
10% versus 2.9. That's big. So that's big. But you get unlimited members, you get unlimited videos, unlimited live streaming. You have unlimited admins, plugins, and affiliates. And so plugins, one of the plugins I use is Zapier. And so that's how I'm able to get anybody that signs up for my school community. It takes their email address is added to Flowdesk because that's a plugin. Another plugin that I use is the auto DM. So when people join the community, I'm able to, what's going on, Billy? When people join the community, I'm able to show or send them a message that's automated. So I don't have to actually do anything with that. So that's pretty cool. Webinars and the advanced analytics are actually really good. They're really good in terms of understanding churn, why people are leaving, what is, just the analytics. Where's your traffic coming from? Is it coming from email? Is it coming from YouTube? Is it coming from Facebook? Is it coming from school? Right. And then they also have some really cool information in terms of like spam accounts. So, a percentage score for accounts. So if somebody joins membership, you can take a look at their spam score. If it's low, you know that you're probably a real person. If it's super high, it's probably a bot. So really, some good information that's there, and I'm glad we're able to kind of take a look at that as well. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, Kirk. That provides me some more gives me some more clarity. Because even if I start with the lowest one, I just get started.
Yeah. No, get started. That's the whole point. Yeah. Yeah. Get started.
Boss it live. $9 a month is nothing. Like, I just want to start, even if it's at $9 a month, just get started. I'm sure with the even with that low amount of members, I can charge them X amount of dollars a month and bang.
And you're good to go. Yeah. Now, Monty raises a good point here too, where he says current school users will already know how to use the platform too. I had a couple of people join my community on Black Friday because they were already school members and they were just looking for more communities to, they're looking at the end of the year. It's like, well, what are some of the things that I'd like to do? So we had a couple of people to join that way as well. So that is a really, that's a real thing as well. I do like Circle. I am a part of a community who is on Circle. And so Boss It Live is with us. She says, my community is currently on Circle, but thinking about possibly moving to school for that very reason, the communities. And so this is why I want to kind of go back here to show something. Let me go back here. Here we go. So this is, if you just go to school.com and you don't have an account, this is what it looks like. And I want you to understand, like, guys, there's hundreds of thousands of membership groups here. And look at this, how it all works. Boom, I hit enter. Bang, your boy is in the top. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Do you search for yourself in school and what shows up?
Hey man, here's another thing that Florence put me on game with this one, and I think it's worth sharing here. Let me just go here. All right. So this is a post that oh no, she said she couldn't get in. Oh no, I've got a message Candace. I don't know what happened there. But at any rate, reputation is digital. Okay. This is a post that this is what I put up today. Okay. This is one I put up today. It's called Options Can Invite Confusion. Are you seeing that? Everybody see that so far? And so I put my little verbiage here, same verbiage that I put on YouTube, same verbiage I put on Instagram. I've got my SEO here, my hashtags, and then I've got the video. Everybody see that so far? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What you cannot see is the link. So I'm going to paste the link here. What does the link say? Okay. Let's zoom in here. School.com/KirkRNugent/options can invite confusion. Are you seeing that?
Yep.
Do you know that link is searchable on Google? General. Options can invite confusion, meaning this can contribute to your searchable content that is available publicly online. So
that's nice.
We go back to the incognito tab. I'm going to hit paste. Ding, 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 ding. That post comes up. Now, can the person comment? No. Can they watch? Yes. Are you seeing what I'm saying? that in and of itself is a game changer and could definitely be worth the price of entry. So definitely something to consider. Cancel that. I'm going to cancel this comment and I'm going to get back to my Zoom room. Okay. So Zoom. Okay. Good. Yeah. So thank you for that. Look at Monty. What? Monty is killing the game, bro. Okay. All right. let me I'm gonna let's drop Monty for just a second. All right, cool. All right, let's get rid of this comment as well. Just in the meantime, I'll bring my BTS shot in. Billy is with us over on Facebook, and he says, look at this crew. Billy Thorpe is a really good friend as well. Always good to have Billy come through. He's actually done a masterclass that's available inside the community, in my community as well. So Boss It Live says, I create spaces within Circle, which allows me to create different community spaces within it, which I like, which is why I like it. Now, I do agree that is pretty dope. Because I do want, one of the things I wanted to do is to have another space within my community for those that are in that top tier. But what I ended up doing was just opening up another, it's just like an A-list digital footprint group that's specifically for them. It's hidden. It's not publicly available. You can't search for it. You can't join it. It's like, unless I add you there, you can't join it. And so that has been wildly beneficial for me to have that. So and that's just another $9. So I get it. there's, you kind of have to weigh your pros and cons to figure out what's going to work best for you. But yeah, is Hormozy paying for this ad? Come on, Billy. I knew he was going to get me for it. Yeah, I'm looking at both Heartbeat Chat and School. Yeah, I've looked at so many different platforms, and I know that there are some good ones out there. I've heard some good things about Heartbeat as well. But yeah, I love to see this back and forth in the chat. This is what it's all about. We're engaging with one another. This is iron sharpening iron.
It's even better if you join the community.
Hey guys, we'd love to have you in here. That's one thing for sure. I definitely would love to have you in here. But hey, at least we can engage in this way. Yeah, researching options at the moment. So cool. Hey, Educated Natural Man, it's always good to have you come through. This is not your first time either, so always good to have you come through as well. Yeah, man. Okay, so we got some more comments here inside Zoom. Hey, Doc, we totally understand if you got to drop off. Bashar,
No, I'm good. No, I'm good. The only thing I have to go out is when it stops snowing, so I don't want to go. I'd rather be here than shoveling snow, brother.
No, I meant Doc Bashar. He put a
I gotta stop.
I need
to got the two.
I need to.
Oh, you know what? Why don't I come out of the room? Why don't I come out of the room, Kirk? Why don't I just come out of the room?
No. I'm gonna say Dr. Vibe. I'm gonna say Dr. B.
Dr. Vibe, I'm sorry to take some of your shine, Dr. Vibe.
No. We appreciate both of you. Oh my goodness!
All right.
He says it looks like Frank Thomas.
You're not the first person to say that, Robert, about Frank Thomas, the big hurt.
Oh my word! That is so cool, man. But no, we appreciate you coming through. Always good to have the whole crew hanging out with us today. Join the school community. My guy David Hunt is just kind of allowing people to jump in. But any questions from online, or I know David is with us, David Hunt. I want to make sure I run the whole gambit before. I know Doc Vibe's got a couple more questions for us, but I want to run the whole gambit.
Those I don't want to waste people's time.
You're not wasting, man. I think it's super useful. The conversation we've had thus far, I think, has been super useful for people as well. Yeah.
Well, man, I just want to bring it up. It's interesting because one of the things, this is just me, I teach more and sell less.
Nice.
And it's so just a real live example that happened today. One of a lady who did a series on one of my shows for 5 months, one time each month. She did a series about helping Black elderly downsize.
Wow.
What a niche topic, right? And
what a niche topic, and such a clear value proposition too. Like
absolutely.
It goes without saying. Yeah.
She was asking me how I use AI because I got these 15-second clips. So I showed her the process that I use, and then she said, "You know what? I'd like to do like year-long advertising on your platform."
Wow.
So we're gonna work that out. That's gonna pay.
Of course, you're gonna work it out.
Well, there's where my school money's gonna come from, right? So
come on.
So this is thank you for showing that. Going, okay, that's where to get started on school. That's where it's gonna happen there. But I definitely teach more and sell less.
Teach more, sell less, bro. Rock solid gold. Okay, rock solid gold right there, man. Teach more, sell less. But I think but the lady who's teaching Black elderly how to downsize, she knows her target audience
big time.
She knows her value proposition, and she can probably speak the language, the pain language of those who have not downsized. That is gold for as a coach. I'm just so taken by that statement because it's like, man, she nailed it. And absolutely. I just want that same level of clarity for others, to be able to have that as well. It's so cool. That is so cool.
Yeah. And the things she's offering like a concierge service. So the things that she's not good at, she can refer those services out to people that she has.
So it's a one-stop shop. It's a wrap 100%. Around, man. Oh gosh.
100%.
that when you have that level of clarity, you've got brand deals built in, you've got, you know, your ad reads built in, everything, because it's not selling anymore. It's solving. It's like, well, if you need this, you can grab this. I've used them in the past. And this is why I use this over this. It's so good, man. So yeah, it's such a natural place. Wow, that's good. All right. What do you got for me is in terms of a question? I'm gonna wrap. Go ahead.
I guess.
See, I like you because you're.
I got it. What is the Kirk science behind doing the videos to educate or to get to expose people on the bigger value proposition? So you do what that framework,
right?
Because I
know exactly what you're.
Yeah. How did you come up with it? Because I think it's a really good thing. So just because I'm, you know, it's very, very helpful and clear. There's a method to the Kirk madness, you know?
Yeah. No. You. These are phenomenal questions, by the way.
Thank you.
But no, it stems back from something I just said a second ago, and it's being able to speak the pain language. So I get a lot of DMs. I cannot tell you how many DMs I get from people, and this is before I was really active on Instagram. But that's where I'm getting the DMs. Now I'm active on Instagram as myself, as just, you know, as a family guy, you know, interacting with my kids and my wife and some of the things but I've just recently started to really push and be consistent with content on there. So, you know, this week I've got, you know, videos scheduled Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But prior to that, I really wasn't doing anything much, but I would get these DMs, and it's just because I had this little thing on my YouTube that had my Instagram handle. One of the other reasons why people were able to make the connection between the two is because my handle on YouTube is the same as my handle on Instagram. So people would find me on Instagram, they would send this link. And if you know how this thing goes, you know that if I'm not following you on Instagram, your message goes into this purgatory area, right? It's like a jail cell. And anyway, I would get these messages, and to a person, they would ask me, you know, what about this? What about this? So I'll give you. So this week, all 5 of my videos this week, all 5 of the live streams that I've been doing on YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn this week, where I'm touching on, I think today was, you know, the echo chamber danger, right? It's because of a DM I received from somebody on Instagram saying, man, I tried this and it didn't work. What am I doing wrong? And so I can answer the question to the person, but the larger question or larger issue that I see this person having is that they don't have a circle. So they're waiting for public validation. Public validation saying, so public validation, they put the thing out there publicly, and now what they realize is, okay, that doesn't work. That's public validation. But in order to get public validation, you actually have to put the video out. You have to actually do the thing. So I'm saying to the person, what you really need, okay, here's the fixes, here's the tweaks you want to make, but what you really need is private refinement. You really need to be in a space where you can actually get somebody to look at it and give you feedback before you post it. So, but they're not looking to hear that. It's you know, they want to do the Nicodemus route. I want to come privately. I want to talk with you, you know, over here. And those are the things I'm like, I want to speak to these issues, because if they have it, others have it too. And it's not so much, it's like a hard sell for the community. I'm simply saying these questions are why I created the community in the first place. That's why I created the community in the first place. This is why the community exists, because people need that space offline to be able to ask the questions and get the feedback so that they can win publicly. So I created the community for that. And so the method to the madness is every one of these topics have social proof built in because they came from audience members. Maybe they're from a coaching call. Maybe they're from a private DM. Maybe they're from a comment that was on a video. Maybe they're from somebody that responded to one of the emails I sent out to my mailing list. And if I can show you an email from a gentleman that I got, let me see here. This is sent box. This is this guy awesome. He's like, thank you so much for this email. I appreciate the reminder to share the process rather than just the finished product. I wanted to share my idea for a new live series, right? Entitled Killing Sacred Cows. The goal is to examine age-old church traditions through a scriptural lens. I would love to hear your thoughts and any questions you might have to help me sharpen the hook for this topic. Well, you know what this guy is saying? He's saying, I'd like private refinement. That's all he's saying in his, help me refine this. That's all he's saying in his email. Help me to refine this. So I take the larger concept without the specifics of his question, and I make that into a video where I'm saying, well, that's what I solve in the community. That's the reason why it exists. And so hopefully that makes sense. I hope that answers your question too, because it is a roundabout way of answering it. But I try to make sure that everything is based on something an interaction that I've had with a real live human being. The more you can do that, the more, because there is a very strong assumption you can make that if this person faced this, that it's probably not just them. And if the more you can put out content or solutions that are directly responding to an issue that somebody has, man, you've 10x what you're doing. So great stuff, man.
Thank you, Kirk.
Great question,
Kirk. Appreciate that.
Great question.
Appreciate that. That's good.
Yeah. So somebody asked, in the email as well, this is another really great metric. So this person is responding. So he signed up for my mailing list for gear, right? So for my gear mailing list. So he signed up for that. And then in that first email where I'm just sending him the actual gear list, he responds to that saying, hey, how hard is it to set up school? Right? I mean, is school hard to set up? That's it. One-liner. Then I respond back with a fairly detailed response. And then he's coming back with another. But my point is, we're now engaged in conversation. This man signed up for my gear list. But because the open invitation on every email I send is hit the reply button, tell me what your pain point is. Hit the reply button, give me a picture of your setup and I can give you some tweaks. I'm simply just opening the door to have deeper conversation. Every email, and I want to be clear, I have over 200 emails in my mailing system. And if you sign up today, you're going to get one a week for 200 weeks. But my point is, every one of those emails has some kind of a call to action where I'm asking you a question. Now, none of the call to actions are linked to anything else. All the call to actions is hit reply and let me know X. Now, when I respond back to them, I respond back with a community link. I'll respond back with a masterclass. I'll respond back with a consult session link. I'll respond back with, something that they can actually pay for. But the initial message, my only call to action is hit reply and let me know X. Show me your studio. What audio interface are you working with? Tell me what your brand statement is. What's your Facebook bio currently? These are the things that I try to be very laser focused on, and it has served me well. It has served me well. I'm looking at several people are taking my digital footprint questionnaire as well. And so those respond. This email that I just opened up is it's info@howitallworks.com. And so that's where all of those kinds of messages come into. So I get distracted when I'm in there. So I'm going to get out of there. That's where me and my VA live. We always respond. We respond to every one of those emails. So just kind of giving you some behind the scenes thought processes. Hopefully, these are things that are helpful and useful to those who are watching, and to you, of course, who's asking the question. Doc Vibe, thank you so much for being the on screen with us today and pressing these things, because I think there's so much value in what we're talking about, and the opportunity that's there for each of us to go deeper with even just that initial interaction, just to go deeper, man. So yeah, great questions. Monty, what you got going on over there, man?
Over here, mute challenge. Over here, got my show y'all this real quick.
Okay.
Look at this. Look.
Oh, so
My
dope.
little,
You've
my
got
security camera.
multiple angles.
I'm over here making sure that if I gotta work, she gotta work.
She
I don't
gotta
know
work.
what she working on. I think she working on.
You can see over her
something
shoulder
else over
too.
Yeah, I got both cameras over there. Both cameras.
Oh
So,
my gosh, that is so good.
Yeah, man, just working on, like I said, working on some YouTube content. So get back into filming some B-roll this afternoon on that.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that video up and published. And I've been hearing that snow word thrown around. So
Yeah.
in the midst of snow coming our way as well.
Yeah.
My studio, unfortunately, isn't at home. So try to bulk record and do some editing.
Back at home.
Because I'm sure
yeah.
I'll be
Right.
closed in for a little while. So I'll be heavy on the laptop. So doing a lot of recording here, and been working on some YouTube shorts recently. So
Okay,
the
dope.
YouTube short strategy is starting, to pick up a little bit, trying to figure out a way. I love when you talked about Kurt earlier, and you talked about before, just being around people that are like
Yeah.
your coaches, having people in your ear that, are going in the same direction.
Yep.
And just being
Mastermind
able to
groups.
bounce ideas off.
Yep.
Yeah. And I love that because I got the same thing out of just working through trying to figure out how to create short form content where it doesn't feel like I'm doing another thing or I've got to do it a certain way. And it's because it's like sometimes we know the things that our audience will respond to, but I think one of the more important things is actually we have to know ourselves. Once we know ourselves, we'll know, hey, look, you could tell me this all day. I am not doing that. I am not going live 5 times a week. It works. I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it though.
So I know one thing about me very well is I don't really like, you might even see me on here more than usual. I don't like being on this device. I really, 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 really don't. I prefer computer. So whatever computer task or thing I can do, that's how I prefer to work. But I know shorts is a real thing. How can I do shorts on this thing Monty knows he does not like to be in front of a lot.
Right.
And so being able to figure that out in the mastermind has actually worked pretty good. All of my shorts that I've been uploading for the last 3 weeks are doing really good. I got a couple that are already got 1,000+ views. I uploaded one today that's already got 300 and some views today. And they're really quick. I'm knocking them out in no time because of the mastermind and the actual way in doing it that doesn't feel like a hindrance. It's that part for me that has been really beneficial here lately. So more shorts content coming soon. We'll start on one platform called YouTube, and then we'll gradually work our way to thought I was talking to this camera the whole time.
Oh no, you're good.
Then we'll actually switch over to try Instagram and see how it works there. But building in those things that are easily repeatable things that have to be done. That's not an AI task. Monty has to show up and do that one, has been really cool. So that's what we got going on over here. Whoa, Mr. Hicks. I've been quietly re-engaged in a lot of Mr. Hicks's live streams. I don't have a chance to be in the chat like I want to because typically I'm actually watching it on here, and I don't like to respond too much on here, but I watch a lot more YouTube on TV, and haven't quite figured out how to be in the live chats on TV while I'm watching it.
Yeah,
but
so true.
Yeah.
No, hey, James Hicks, always good to have you, brother. Always good to have you. Definitely somebody that is a colleague out here in these creator streets, man, and he's a techie as well. So always good to have you, man. Thank you for coming through. Always good, man. Man, no, that's great, Monty, man. I tell you what, workflow, most underrated success matrix for creators, man. Workflow. Like if you can churn out content, it's unfair. I mean, literally, it's unfair. Let me see if I can pull a. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Feed Hive, but that's the platform I use to schedule my content. So, but yeah, here's a. I mean, look at all these videos, my friends. These were all created right here in the home studio, coming down to here. Not several of them haven't been posted yet. They're scheduled to go out, but you're absolutely correct. Just the workflow to make them and to churn them out easier and in a way that feels a little more natural has been a cheat code for me. And so that has led to, let me go over here. So these are the videos now that are being pushed out and scheduled, like I said, to go. So that's been really good for me. Really, really good. Just being able to have those. I like I said, this is still very new. I think about right here is where I started to really push consistently on this platform, and it's been growing good. But yeah, the fact that I can crank out those videos very easily, like in less time it takes for me to record a YouTube video, I can crank these out and have them have the captions done and have them up ready to be scheduled. That is a game changer. Workflow literally will upend everything that you're doing, man. So I love what you shared there. Thank you so much. Yeah. Let me see what we got. 17 people on the live. I just want to say a word of thanks to each and every one of you that are watching right now. Whether you're watching on LinkedIn or on Facebook or on YouTube. Now, yesterday, Monty, you said you were watching on LinkedIn, and that killed me, man, because I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I was
actually on LinkedIn, and I hit update, and I saw you were live. So I was like, let me watch from here. I definitely opened up YouTube because that's just part of my mental.
Yeah.
Like, hey, let me watch on YouTube. But I was like, let me actually watch and do the experience from LinkedIn today. So yeah, it was different. It felt different. I don't know. Yeah. YouTube feels like when I see the chat going off and you see people on YouTube live, it feels like I'm supposed to be there. LinkedIn's like, is he really live or is this, but
it's so crazy. I went to my page on LinkedIn and it didn't say I was live. And then I was able to find the video and click it. And now it says I am live, but there are no comments. I don't know, man. LinkedIn, I gotta figure out something with LinkedIn, man.
I heard they're supposed to be investing more into the live platform here again around round 2 of trying to make it work, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tap in with Shalana. She's a member in the community here. She's a LinkedIn expert, and so I'm gonna tap in with her, see what recommended. I don't know if she's got an ear of somebody at LinkedIn, but man, something's got to give, man, because the fact that they're just not. I don't see the engagement is at 0 essentially because I can't get the questions or comments in to my platform. And I don't know if that's an eCam thing. I don't think it is, but something's got to give. They can't keep on doing it like that.
Yeah.
If you want to grow on the platform, I mean, I'm putting the same content over there as I am some of the other platforms that I'm seeing significant difference on the others. But listen, y'all, I am going to probably land it right there. I do not see anything new coming in. Florence, you're still with us? I know David is there.
I am. I'm here. I'm just not on camera.
I get it. I get it. I know we all have to get paid, you know. You gotta get some work in, right?
Absolutely. Gotta get some work in, and I've got to go live a week from today. So
oof, I like that.
It's yeah. So it's a little bit hectic.
Well, listen, I'm gonna put you on the spot for just a second. Your picture is on screen right now in the bottom left corner as one of the founders graduation participants. So we're excited. That's
because somebody I know is sneaky taking pictures of people.
I love that. I love it. But yeah, I don't know if you could just talk for a second about, you know, without giving away what you said in the real video, but what was the A-List Digital Footprint program like for you? And I'm setting her up, y'all. She was not.
Yeah, he is. He is. Prepared for this he is. It's all good. I'm a preacher. I'm a preacher, so you know.
Come on. Give us a little something.
You ever ready? So what it was like for me was, and I didn't say this when we talked, is really taking the time to pause and not get out of the mindset of content for the sake of content, which so many creators, that's where they are.
Yeah, we get stuck in the hamster wheel. So
moving from that in the hamster wheel, so moving from that to what do I want my entire presence to be? I'm one person with one life with a core mission, and that one person, one life has to spread in everything. What does that need to be? What do I want it to be? What is it called? What am I called for it to be? Now, how do I switch from where I am to make that a reality?
Wow. Yeah.
And that it's not just a social media handle. It's not just a video. It's not just a live stream. It's not just a single community. It is really being thoughtful about the whole person and everyone you are ordained to serve, because we're all ordained to serve someone.
That's real right there.
Every single one of us. And so if we're not really intentional about leaning in and figuring out and being prayerful and thoughtful about who that is and how we do it, we will be on a hamster wheel getting nowhere real fast. We'll be going 3,000 miles an hour and in the same spot.
Yeah. See, this is why I wanted you to be able to say it in your own words, because I would never have said it that way, but it's so good what you shared, and this is what the A-List Digital Footprint is all about. It's not just a post or a handle; it's everything, and really looking at it from a holistic perspective. Yeah, Tracy says words of wisdom from Florence. I love it. Listen, we're gonna land it right there, y'all. I am going to. I've got a couple of things coming up in the next 15 minutes or so it's a good place to land. We had a good time today, man. I hope that for those that are interested, you do get a chance to head over to kirkrnugent.live/inner circle. There is a whole page there. There's a video welcoming you. There's a number of different things on the page that will kind of walk you through what this membership thing is all about. And of course, there's some testimonial videos there too. Would love for you to be part of the community. If you click that link, it'll take you over to the page and you can see some of the pricing that's available. But yeah,
I am super excited that you.
Oh yeah, I had to pause there for a second. Like, wait a minute, how am I hearing myself twice? But anyway, and then of course we want to make sure you guys get a chance to come on this coming Tuesday. Take care, Doc Vibe. They've come on this coming Tuesday for the graduation. A-List Digital Footprint Founders Graduation is going to be this coming Tuesday, January 27th at 7 p.m. Central Time. That's the Lord's time zone. And we're excited for everybody to be able to come and celebrate and clap our hands and see what this whole experience has been about. I want to say thanks to everybody that's online with us right now. Tracy, Monty, Doc Vibe, Florence, David Hunt. Doc Bashar was with us earlier, and several others who were able to connect in. We thank you for coming. And then those who are in the internet streets, David is still out there moderating. I know Boss It Live has been here, RK3. Who else? Educated Natural has been with us today. Yep. Billy Thorpe was with us at a point as well. So many, Dr. Tachi as well. So many, even David, what's the other David's last name? David Harvey. David Harvey was with us as well. So definitely want to just say a word of thanks to everybody that is able to come through and hang out with us today. This has been a good one. Hopefully it got you across the line, got you thinking about some of the things that you could possibly do to take your content, to take your business, to take your brand to the next level. I just believe that it's an unwritten cheat code that if you put public validation behind private refinement, you will find that you will have far more insight, wisdom, perspective to be able to push that thing across the line with confidence that it will be successful. It's your boy, Kirk Nugent, Geek Speaker Preacher. Thankful for your time and attention and excited to see you around these internet streets or in the next show. Grace and peace, family.